Allocating thousands of dollars into a single mechanical object carries a specific risk: the physical reality of buying the wrong piece for your environment. The sheer volume causes decision paralysis, spanning from conservative 36mm classics to massive 50mm titanium dive watches. Overlapping naming conventions muddy the waters. The Land Dweller and Day Date come in 36 and 40mm options, meaning the exact same nameplate delivers two entirely different wearing experiences. To navigate this successfully, we have to strip away the heritage marketing and the lifestyle branding. We are going to evaluate these watches through a strict physical-first matrix. We call this the scenario match. We are going to ignore the prestige associated with the crown on the dial and instead measure these watches exclusively by their physical dimensions and your lifestyle constraints. The first constraint is case profile. A difference of 3 or 4 millimeters determines how a watch commands space on the human wrist and whether it will physically clear the cuff of a tailored shirt. The second constraint is material formality. There is a massive functional divide between the daily utilitarian scratch resistance of oyster steel and the heavy, delicate nature of high-luxury precious metals. Mapping these two factors against each other filters the Rolex catalog into a functional selection that prevents the costly buyer's remorse of a watch that sits unused in a drawer. Look at this Explorer 36. It represents the foundational category of 36 to 40mm oyster steel cases, sitting alongside the Date 36 and Oyster Perpetual 41. Choosing these precise dimensions yields a very specific outcome. The slim profile slips directly under dress shirt cuffs without catching, and the steel construction blends quietly into almost any social setting without demanding attention. The trade-off you accept here is restraint. These conservative dimensions lack the heavy visual weight, the wrist presence, and the sheer exclusivity of the larger or precious metal models. This classic oyster steel category serves a strict purpose. It is designed for buyers who prioritize absolute daily versatility and discretion over making loud sartorial statements. Moving out from the center, we hit the highly specialized tool and sport cases. On models like this Submariner 41, the architecture shifts to feature robust crown guards and thick, numbered bezels. These models deliver extreme physical resilience and high legibility. They also offer highly useful daily complications, like the bright red 24-hour hand seen here on the GMT Master 2. But sport-focused lugs and contrasting bezels clash heavily with formal wear. They are highly recognizable, immediately drawing the eye, and entirely eliminating any sense of discretion. Then we step up to the true extremes of utility. This includes the 43mm Sea Dweller, the 44mm Deep Sea, and this massive 50mm Deep Sea Challenge, forged in RLX titanium. Wearing these carries a severe ergonomic penalty. Their sheer thickness restricts your wardrobe choices, making daily wear in a traditional office practically impossible. True tool watches demand a sacrifice.
They force the wearer to prioritize raw functional capabilities and rugged aesthetics over everyday sartorial harmony. At the very top tier of the catalog, we find precious metals and complex movements. This is the domain of the Day Date 40, the Sky Dweller 42, and the 1908 cast in 18-karat gold. Opting for this tier buys you maximum horological prestige. You gain complex calendar functions and an undeniable immediate visual impact that commands the room. The physical trade-off is durability. Gold and platinum are significantly softer than oyster steel, meaning these high-cost models attract and show daily scratches far more easily. To bridge the gap between sport durability and fine jewelry, Rolex offers two-tone configurations and diamond set variants, like the details on this yellow gold Day Date. Be aware that two-tone and diamond aesthetics are highly polarizing. They are subject to much faster fashion trend cycles than a pure steel configuration. Upgrading to precious metals inherently elevates your financial risk and your maintenance requirements, shifting the watch from a durable daily tool into a delicate asset. We can now aggregate these data points to see where these models sit in relation to one another. This chart plots case profile against material formality. In the lower left, we plot the 36 to 41mm classic models, securing the high versatility space. On the far right, massive tool watches fill the extreme utility space. Up top, precious metals occupy the high formality space. Looking at this board shows us exactly why buying a Rolex is difficult. No single watch exists perfectly in the center. Every purchase requires a conscious sacrifice of either utility, discretion, or prestige. Final model selection depends entirely on the intersection of your wrist size and your primary daily wardrobe. Profile 1 is the one-watch pragmatist. You wear long sleeves daily, and you want a single, lifelong watch. You should restrict your search entirely to the Datejust or Oyster Perpetual. Strictly avoid the bulky dive watches. Profile 2 is the active professional. You are a frequent traveler, or you maintain a casual daily wardrobe. Your definitive choices are the GMT Master 2, the Explorer 2, or the Yacht Master 42. Know that these will dominate your wrist visually. Profile 3 is the statement collector. You require high-end business signaling, or you are adding to an already established collection. The Sky Dweller, the Day Date, or the 1908 are built specifically for this prestige-focused profile. Committing to this strict decision logic ensures you walk away with a configuration that physically aligns with the mechanics of your daily lifestyle. We have to end with a warning regarding the absolute extremes of this catalog. Do not buy a 44mm deep sea or a diamond-set precious metal watch with the intention of wearing it as a daily office driver. The physical dimensions will fight you every day. You have to respect the physical engineering and the ergonomics of the specific piece, completely independent of the marketing hype surrounding it. True horological satisfaction comes from wearing a configuration that physically aligns with your daily habits.